Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that many of us try to avoid, but is actually one of the most powerful tools for growth: failure. I know, nobody likes to fail. It stings, it's disappointing, and sometimes it can feel like a dead end. But what if I told you that every stumble, every setback, and every outright flop is actually a golden opportunity? An opportunity not just to try again, but to completely rethink and revolutionize your goals. Let's be honest, we've all been there. You set a big, shiny goal. Maybe it was starting a business, learning a new language, or finally getting that promotion. You pour your heart and soul into it. You work day and night. You visualize success, and then it just doesn't happen. The business doesn't take off. You can barely order a coffee in that new language, or someone else gets the job. The immediate feeling is often a mix of frustration and disappointment. It's so easy to just throw in the towel and say, well, I guess I'm just not cut out for this. But that moment, right there in the middle of that feeling of defeat, is where the magic can happen. This is the critical juncture where you can choose to see failure not as a verdict on your abilities, but as valuable data. Think of it like a scientist running an experiment. If the experiment doesn't produce the expected result, does the scientist quit science forever? Of course not. They analyze the data, figure out what went wrong, adjust their hypothesis, and design a new, better experiment. Your life and your goals are your personal laboratory. So, the first step after a failure is to resist the urge to immediately jump back in and try the exact same thing, or to give up entirely. Instead, take a step back and breathe. Allow yourself to feel the disappointment, but don't let it consume you. Give yourself a day or two to process it. Then, grab a notebook and get ready to become a detective in your own life. Ask yourself some tough but crucial questions. What exactly happened? Be specific. Don't just say it failed. Did you run out of money? Did you lose motivation? Was the market not ready for your idea? Did you lack a specific skill? This process of honest self-assessment is where the real learning begins. Maybe you realize your goal to become a marathon runner failed because you hate long-distance running, but you absolutely love the high-intensity burst of a spin class. The failure of the marathon goal isn't a sign that you're unfit. It's a sign pointing you toward a different form of fitness that you might actually enjoy and stick with. The failure isn't the end of your fitness journey. It's a course correction. This is what I mean by reassessment. It's about looking at the why behind the failure. Often, we fail because the goal we set wasn't truly aligned with who we are, what we value, or the life we want to live. We chase goals because they sound impressive or because society tells us we should. But when we fail, it's a chance to ask, did I really want this? Or did I want what I thought this goal would give me? For example, maybe you thought that promotion would give you a sense of respect and accomplishment. But perhaps you can find that same feeling of respect and accomplishment in a different way, maybe by mentoring someone, leading a community project, or mastering a complex hobby. The failure to get the promotion forces you to look beyond the obvious path and find a more authentic one. Now, let's talk about the next step: innovation. Once you've analyzed the data from your failure and reassessed what you truly want, it's time to innovate your goals. This isn't just about tweaking your old goal. It's about using what you've learned to create a new, smarter, and more inspiring objective. Innovation here means thinking outside the box. Let's go back to the business idea that didn't take off. Maybe your analysis showed that your product was great, but your marketing was all wrong. You were trying to reach everyone, and ended up reaching no one. The innovative new goal is just try marketing again. It's become an expert in niche marketing for my specific target audience. It's a more focused, more strategic goal born directly from the ashes of your previous attempt. Or perhaps you discovered that you hated the administrative side of running a business. The innovative path might not be to start another business alone. It might be to find a business partner who loves spreadsheets and logistics, freeing you up to focus on the creative side you're passionate about. You didn't fail at being an entrepreneur. You just learned you're a visionary who works best in a team. This is the beauty of using failure as a catalyst. It pushes you off the well-trodden path and forces you to explore new territories. It encourages creativity. Think about some of the greatest innovations in history. Many of them were born from unexpected failures. Post-it notes were the result of a failed attempt to create a super strong adhesive. The inventor, Spencer Silver, created a weak adhesive that was repositionable. For years, it was a failure without an application. Then, a colleague, Art Fry, used it to keep his bookmarks from falling out of his hymnal, and the innovative new product was born. The initial failure wasn't a dead end. It was a clue to a completely different problem that needed solving. So, how can you apply this to your own life? Let's make it practical. After a setback, perform what I call a failure autopsy. Don't worry, it's less morbid than it sounds. Write down 3 columns. In the first column, what happened, describe the failure objectively, without blame or emotion. In the second column, what I learned, write down every single lesson you can extract. Did you learn you need to be more organized, that you need to ask for help sooner, that you actually dislike the industry you were trying to break into? No lesson is too small. Then, in the third and most important column, how I'll innovate, brainstorm new possibilities. This is not about how I'll try again, it's about how I'll move forward differently. If your goal to save a certain amount of money failed, maybe the innovation and to just try harder to save. Maybe it's to create a goal around learning how to invest, finding a side hustle you enjoy, or automating your savings so you don't even have to think about it. The original failure to save money becomes the launch pad for developing greater financial literacy and building new income streams. You're not just fixing the problem, you're upgrading your entire approach. This mindset shift is truly transformative. When you start to see failure as feedback, the fear of trying new things begins to melt away. You're no longer terrified of not getting it right the first time because you know that even if you don't, you'll walk away with invaluable knowledge that will make your next attempt smarter, stronger, and more aligned with your true self. You start taking calculated risks instead of being paralyzed by the fear of imperfection. Embracing failure allows you to be more agile and adaptable, which are essential skills in our fast-changing world. The person who is afraid to fail sticks to a rigid plan, even when it's clearly not working. The person who embraces failure as a tool for innovation can pivot. They can see when a path is leading nowhere and have the courage to chart a new course based on the evidence. So, my challenge to you today is this. Think about a recent failure in your life, big or small. It doesn't matter. Instead of burying it or letting it define you, I want you to dust it off and look at it as a gift. Perform that failure autopsy. Analyze it, learn from it, and then, most importantly, use it to innovate. Let it be the spark that ignites a new, more exciting, and more authentic goal for yourself. Let it be the compass that redirects you to a path that is truly meant for you. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone on the path to it. It's the messy, beautiful, and absolutely necessary process of becoming the person you are meant to be. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this reframes how you look at your own journey and its inevitable bumps in the road. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future conversations. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Share a time when a failure led you to an unexpected and better path. Let's learn from each other. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and don't be afraid to fail forward.